Good morning, sweet friends. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And today is my monthly collaboration with my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. Today we will be creating some fall DIYs for you all today. So I went ahead and pulled out some pumpkins out of my grab box that I got from Michael's last year. So I'm going to be using these 3 pumpkins, and then I went ahead and just grabbed some paint, some different some fabric, and those little tree pieces or barks or stems from Dollar Tree. And so I am just going to just DIY on the fly. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. I hope you all enjoy. I hope you have a blessed day. I will also have the link to Melinda's channel and to her video in my description box. If you could please go ahead and click on the link to watch her video, I would greatly appreciate it. And before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. Melinda is known as the Tablescape Queen. She also does hauls and creates budget-friendly DIYs. And on her second channel, All Things Home on a Budget, she uses the items that she creates on her first channel, The Crafty Doll, to style and decorate her home with. So if you are looking for some budget-friendly ideas on creating DIYs and styling your home, please check out Melinda's channel. For this DIY, I am going to use this pumpkin, and my thought process is that I'm going to go with more creams and browns to put in my dining room and my kitchen area, and I want to use a lot of the items that I already have. So I kind of just want to decorate around the items that I'm going to be using in my home, or items that I already have in my home. And so I'm going to go ahead and paint this pumpkin. I'm thinking I'm going to paint the creases or the grooves with this hazelnut paint, and then I'm going to paint the outer side, or the pump part of it, I guess is what it's called. I don't know. I'm going to paint that with the pumpkin color, and then I'm thinking that I might go over it with some white wax or this craft paint and pumpkin. I'm not sure yet. And then maybe add this. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start painting, and we'll see how everything turns out. As I was painting the pumpkin and looking at it, I decided that I was going to go in a different direction and not paint the pumpkin with the pumpkin color paint. Instead, I decided I was going to mix some of the chocolate brown paint with some of the hazelnut paint to go with a brown colored pumpkin. I didn't want it to be too dark, which is why I mixed up both of the colors. And I ended up giving it a total of 3 coats. Once it was completely dry, I went back over it with some of the Waverly Antique Wax, I went back over it with some of the Waverly White Wax. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I absolutely love the way that it turned out. So you have to let me know what you think about this DIY. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you're already subscribed, thank you for continuing to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. I would also like to thank all of my new subscribers for joining my YouTube family. My name is Tawanda. This is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And if that is something that you are interested in, please consider joining my YouTube family. I would greatly appreciate it. For this DIY, I'm going to use another one of those pumpkins. And then I have two, both of these both paints are pumpkin in color, so I'll probably just use this one and then add some of the Waverly Antique Wax to kind of darken it up just a tiny bit. And then I'm probably going to go in, I think I'm going to try this first. And if I decide to use the white wax, I will. But for now, I'm just going to use the Waverly Antique Wax and then the pumpkin paint. And then I'm going to go over it with some of the polyacrylic clear top coat just to protect it. I did it with the first pumpkin also. And so let me go ahead and mix my paint up and then we'll get started. Here you're going to see me, I'm just going to go ahead and mix both of the paints. One's a chalk paint, one's an acrylic paint, and then I also mixed the top coat with some of the antique wax, and I started to paint over the pumpkin, and it was actually really not as dark as I wanted it to be, so I decided to just go ahead and use the acrylic pumpkin paint first on top of it. So you just saw me just squirt some of it on top of the pumpkin and just went ahead and painted over it. I ended up doing that, gave it 2 coats, and then the mixture of the paint mixture that I created, I went back over it with 2 more coats to give it the color that I wanted. And then I mixed in some of the Waverly white wax with a little bit of the antique wax. I mixed those 2 together, and then I wiped it all over my pumpkin with a dry paper towel, and then I wiped it back with a damp paper towel until I was happy with my results. And that is going to be, actually it's not. And then I decided I was going to add a piece of that scrap fabric that I had that came off of, I don't even know, it was on something that I created many years ago. And so I just hot glued it to the top of the pumpkin, to the peduncle, and that is going to be it for this DIY. So you have to let me know what you think. And we're moving on to our last and final DIY for today. So I have my last pink pumpkin here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a coat of the some chalk paint in the color Adirondack. I'm also going to go over it once it's completely dry. I gave it 3 coats. Once it was completely dry, I gave it I went over it with the Waverly Antique Wax. I used a dry paper towel to wipe it on, and then a wet paper towel to wipe it back. And then I also had another piece of scrap fabric, excuse me. And then I went ahead and hot glued that to the top to my peduncle. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I love the way that all of these pumpkins turned out. So you'll have to let me know what you think about these DIYs. And that is going to be it for today's video. I would like to thank you all for spending part of your day with myself and my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. I will have the link to her channel and to her video in my description box. Please go ahead and check out her channel and her video. I would greatly appreciate it. My hope is that we are giving you some inspiration to go ahead and create some budget-friendly fall DIYs to put in your home. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you all on Sunday. Goodbye.